Google for Education and your friends at Fry Tech. We've got a jam-packed 30-minute session for you, don't we, Lori?
We do. We do.
We
Lots of
sure
good stuff.
do. And our topic of conversation today is Chromebook Plus for teachers, crafting content and supporting every student. So that is our topic, Chromebook Plus. We will be talking about some Chromebook standard features as well. So if you don't have a Chromebook Plus, it's okay. No worries. We got you covered. Before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. Lori, tell everyone who you are and what you do.
My name is Lori Roberts, and I am a lead learning guide here at Fried Tech. And I am a former tech coach, former CTE teacher, all the things. But Fried is my life now, and I love sharing all of these great googly things with all of our friends here today.
Awesome. It's always a pleasure co-hosting with you, Lori. Thank you for being here. And my name is Daryl Legaspi. I too work for Fry Tech. I'm an experience designer. I design experiences. And prior to me working for Fry Tech, I was a 7th grade middle school science teacher, early adopter for Google Workspace for Education as well. So happy to be here, excited to showcase all these features. You can follow along with the presentation. There's a link up there on the top of the screen. And if you miss it now, it's okay. Don't worry. Every slide has the link on display. So goo.gle/edu on air Chromebook Plus -4 teachers. There you go. Hopefully y'all memorized it. But again, it's on every slide. So what are we going to talk about today? Here you go. Here's our jam-packed agenda. First, what is a Chromebook Plus and how do I know, or how do you know you have one? We'll talk about the specifications and all that good stuff. Second, we're going to go over the Chromebook Plus AI features that Lori is going to showcase, and I'll be demoing here and driving on the side, but these are AI features specific to Chromebook Plus. Then we've got Chromebook accessibility features. Now, we did do an accessibility session back in April, I want to say, and we're going to showcase some of the new ones during this time. And then we'll look at content creation with Chromebook Plus, and I said that all in one breath. I know it's a lot, but we're always excited to showcase these features, and I hope you all are too. So are we ready, Lori?
We are. Let's go.
Let's do it. First off, what is a Chromebook Plus and how do you know you have one? So here are the specs. I know lots of numbers, lots of words, but we'll break it down for you. CPU, or Central Processing Unit, is an Intel Core i3 12th Gen or above, or AMD Ryzen 3 7000 series or above. The better the CPU, the more things you can do, the more powerful things you can utilize, like the AI features. Then we've got RAM, or random access memory, 8 gigabytes or more. The higher the RAM, the more Chrome tabs you can have open. Like me, I had like 30 or 40 open at the same time. Don't be like me. Storage, 128 gigabytes or more. Webcam, 1080p or better. Display, 1080p. In-place switching or better resolution. That means the colors are vibrant. The colors are accurate. I can tilt my head and go from the side, and I can still see the screen clear. But in a nutshell, it means this: increased performance, enhanced AI capabilities, because it is built in with some AI features, which we'll see in just a second, improved video calls, and better visuals. And as a matter of fact, I'd be remiss not to say, but I am using a Chromebook Plus right now as I demo. Okay, so you can tell, look how crisp and clean that screen is. Yeah. That vibrant yellow. All right, so Lori, I'm going to hand the floor to you. We're going to talk about some Chromebook Plus AI features.
We sure are. So the first one we are going to look at, and again, these are all built into that Chromebook Plus. So the first one is quick insert with image generation. And this works in emails, it works in slides, it works in docs, where you can easily quickly insert an AI generated image. So Daryl is going to hop on over to a document that we have set up. I used a building block here to create an email template that we can work through. Guess what, Daryl? We're going to the zoo on a field trip. Yeah.
The perfect day for the zoo, actually.
It is. It's nice and sunny here. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so we're in a Google Doc, but again, you can do this in Slides, Gmail, other apps as well. So let's create an image that goes along with this zoo field trip, so that it's not just a bunch of text. Okay. So in order to get this open, to be able to do it, it's a set of hotkeys on your keyboard. So you're going to click on the launcher key. Sometimes it's called the search key. It's a circle usually on those Chromebook Pluses. And then you're also going to press the F key. So launcher and F, and it's going to bring up a little shortcut menu.
Check that
With
out.
lots of options in here where you can search, create. I think Daryl said earlier, it's kind of like smart chips. It's very similar looking to smart
Mm-hmm.
chips. But if you look down just a little bit, you've got that create with Google AI, and there's a create image option.
Oh, there
We're
it
going to
is.
click on that,
Okay.
and then we're going to type in our prompt. So let's say a yellow school
A
bus
yellow school bus
with animals
with
surrounding it.
animals surrounding it. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see what we get.
This is the fun part because you never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
It's a surprise for all of us.
Let's see. We did test this out earlier.
We did.
So, hey, there you go.
There we go. Ooh, I like these even
Oh,
better.
we've got different styles here. We've got like
We
an
do.
animation style, and this one's almost photorealist.
Real. Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
And then click insert, add it in
Insert.
there. So wherever that cursor is, that picture is going to go. Look at
Really
all those
cool.
deer around
Oh.
the school bus.
And that
Ready
we
to
have
take
I
an
think
adventure.
how cute, we have a dog driving the bus.
So you think it, and Google AI can create it on that Chromebook Plus. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah. So again, how robust our prompt is, depending on what it is, then we'll create images just like that.
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly. So
Love
what
it,
else
love it,
can
love it.
we do? We can do some more. So we're going
Okay.
to hop on over to our demo site. This next one we're going to use
Okay, right
is
here.
the ability, yep, that food web. This
Mhm.
is the ability to summarize or help you simplify some reading. It's called the Help Me Read feature. And this one allows you to quickly digest text on web pages or PDFs. We're using a web page, but we're going to see it on a PDF as well. So, Daryl, this one again, you've got to do something to activate it, and that is right click.
Right click it.
Right
Okay.
anywhere on the page, and you see right next to that shortcut menu, you have another little pop-up box called Help Me
Gotcha.
Read.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And summarize is what we're going to do. It's going to summarize this entire web page for us.
Oh, very cool. So this is not using the search F. This is just right clicking on
Right-click,
an
yep.
article, on any article on a website. Awesome.
Any article, any website, any PDF.
So it's summarized the whole entire article into
Yep.
that. Pretty cool.
And then you can also interact with it. So you can also ask it questions.
Okay, so
you
food
can
webs,
maybe
I'm going to hypothesize what this article is about. So questions just based on what's in the article, right?
What's within the article, because it's
Okay.
searching within.
So
So
tell
I'm
me
sure this
about
talks about trophic
trophic
levels.
level. I know it's not the best prompt, but let's see if what it pulls up. I put tropic. It should be trophic, but there you go. It
understood.
It understood. It understands me. Okay. So this is just basically what is in the article. That it's
exactly.
It's pretty cool.
I would call this a more advanced Control F. So not just a find, but maybe we're finding more than just.
Ooh, I like that. For
more
those of you who don't
advanced
know, Control
there.
F, that's one of our favorite hotkeys to
Shortcuts,
find anything on it. But it is a leveled up Control F. I love that.
Mhm.
Very cool.
So another one that we can do with it is if you select some text on this same page.
So I'll scroll down a bit. Let's do something about producers. Okay.
And this time when you right click, you're going to now have simplify as well. So simplify, you have to select the text first.
Gotcha.
And then it's going to simplify whatever it is that you've selected.
Okay, because it was grayed out earlier, but I have to select the text in order to unlock that and hit simplify. And let's see what it does for me. Okay. It's like
probably
explain
more
like a 5.
terms.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty nifty. I love that.
Yep.
A lot of options there.
Built in, and you can do this with PDFs too. So if you want to hop on over to your
I do have a PDF open here. And I downloaded this PDF onto my Chromebook and I opened it up. And those same features are available on the PDF. So you said right click, right?
Right click, yep.
Right click, and I'm able to summarize. So we have a PDF here about the different Gemini features and when to use them. So it'll summarize all that for me. Pretty cool. And then you said if I select text, our favorite Nana Banana, and right click, I can simplify the text as well. Okay, so it works on PDFs and websites as well.
Absolutely. And again, it's just right click to activate that one.
So right click to activate that one. But if I'm on a doc sheet or a slide, if I do the search and an F, that's a different menu.
That's a different menu, and that's the one where we can insert in some AI generated images.
I love it.
Now, There's even more.
There's
These next
more.
two, I think these next two are my favorite, and
Take
I think
that
it's
one.
gonna blow some people's minds with these
Okay.
next two.
You just tell me
So
where to
these
go.
next two have some options with Google Lens that's built in. Again, a set of some hotkeys. So we
Okay.
are going to jump on over, yep, and we're gonna go over to the tabs,
Look at you using these
and we're gonna go to
document
that select
tabs.
the search, ready and prepared. So maybe my students have done some research. They've done some information, they went and grabbed some pictures. And I know your students probably never would do this, but what happened with my kids a lot in the classroom is they would go
Mm-hmm.
find all these great images,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then they would either cite their source as Google Images, or they wouldn't cite their source at all. And then I'd have to say, you got to go and find those pictures or go find new pictures so we can have a works cited document. So now we can solve some of those issues. So
Okay.
with the hotkeys, search and spacebar,
Search and spacebar. Okay. For me
search
on
and
my keyboard,
spacebar,
it's a circle,
the
and it can also
circle.
be a
Yep,
magnifying glass for some. So
absolutely could be.
so it's that same button. So search and spacebar, post to F.
And you'll get
Okay.
that little crosshair where you can drag to select an image. So we're going to select that hummingbird
Okay. Let's do
down
the
there at the
hummingbird.
bottom. And what it's going to do is it's going to do a Google search with Lens. So it's a reverse image search, basically.
So know
So
exactly where we found this picture. Okay.
absolutely. And then bonus tip, because who doesn't love a good bonus tip?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can click on that link
Okay. Let me click
and
on
we
it.
can
Let's
let's go
visit it.
visit that site so we can get that URL.
Okay. Got the URL. I'm gonna
So
copy
we
that.
copied that URL.
Mm-hmm.
We're going back to that doc. We're going to go to
Oh,
tools
I see where we're
at the
going with this.
top,
Okay.
and we're going to go to citations because that's the whole point of this. We got to get them to cite that source.
Oh, look, I think when we demoed that before, I'm gonna delete that. Whoa.
That's
So here you
okay.
go. I can select
Yeah.
MLA or APA or Chicago.
Yep.
I'm gonna
And
add
if you didn't
citation
know this was
source.
here, like if you're in any kind of master's program or doctoral program, this will save your life right
Oh
here.
yeah.
This little citation. So we pick
So
in
I'm
website and we accessed it via the website. And then Daryl's just copying and pasting that link in.
gonna
He's going
search.
to
It's
do a
gonna fill
search,
everything for me.
creates it all. He can go modify anything he needs to modify
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And then all he's got
Okay,
to do is
insert.
hit insert works cited. And look at that.
Very
Works
cool.
cited already created for you. If
Easy
we
peasy,
needed a
lemon squeezy.
citation within, he did that too.
Digital citizenship, y'all.
Who doesn't love a good bonus
Who
tip,
doesn't love a
right?
good one? And you don't need Chromebook Plus to do that with
No,
the
the citation
citations and
part,
stuff.
you can do that all on your own.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Awesome. Pretty cool. I
Okay,
love that.
one more. We got
Okay.
one
What
more.
else you
And
got for me?
this one's a good one. So this next one is we can use the same hotkeys, and instead
Okay.
of doing the reverse image search, if that screenshot that we're taking includes text, we can
Mm-hmm.
also extract the text as well. So
Okay.
let's go to that text capture tab on the left.
Okay.
So here's a picture similar to what
Mm-hmm.
we had with our email for our field trip.
Okay.
But this could be a PDF. This could be anything with text on it where we want to pull some of that text out. So Daryl, go
Gotcha.
ahead and do that search spacebar again.
Search spacebar, like pulling up Google Lens. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And we're going to select that whole picture,
the whole thing.
the whole thing.
The whole shebang. All right. There you
the whole
go.
shebang. And now look what happens up at the top. It could also show up at the bottom. So just you're looking for those menus at the top that say add to calendar,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
copy with formatting, and copy text. We can do any of these things.
It's like using
And if you
OCR to
click,
copy text,
it
and we can
is.
take the
It pulls
text
all
out.
that text out. So Daryl could copy the text and paste it. But
Okay.
what's awesome,
Oops,
you
sorry.
can do it. Yeah, go ahead. No, go
I'm
ahead and
gonna
do
go-
it. And
I'm
then
gonna
we'll do it again.
just see, because I think like if you have handwritten notes too, right? And you have images
Oh,
of handwritten
yes,
notes, and you
absolutely.
can extract the text. Okay, awesome. So cool. All right, let's do that one other thing. Let's see if I did search key space.
Search
Let's do
key
it again.
space. We're going to select it. And now this time he's going to choose add to calendar
Add
because
to
it sees a
calendar.
date and time. So it knows it needs to go on a calendar. And it will take all of that text and auto populate a calendar event
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
there's the text
Date,
right there.
time,
The date, time, and
everything.
everything. Ta-da!
Isn't that amazing?
Pretty powerful. Pretty cool.
So cool. And if you go back to that Google Uses
The Gemini
PDF you
uses
were on
one.
before.
Okay.
Yeah. Now do this one with it and let's see
Let's see what we get.
what appears.
Because I'm assuming it's
Because
gonna
we don't
pull the
have
text
date,
out.
so it's not going to do a calendar,
Right.
right? But let's see
Let's do some
what
of
it
that.
does give us up there at the top or the bottom.
The bottom. Oh, it's
Bottom this
asking
time.
for a sheet now. So
So
it's
now it's
pretty
going to create a
intuitive
Google Sheet. Yep. Because it sees
based
it's a
on the
table.
formatting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
So
let's
now
create
it's going
that
to
sheet.
generate. I can't tell you how many times I got information in a table format that I really needed in a spreadsheet that
Oh
this
my
would have saved
gosh.
so much time.
And it's put it in columns and rows for me. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. Huh. My mind's racing now because you don't know how many times I've had to like format a table that's an image and then wanting to use that information.
It's amazing.
And my mind's racing with ideas. I love it. Very cool. Very intuitive. So it can tell like, hey, it's best formatted in the sheet, best formatted in whatever. Okay, cool. Love it.
Absolutely.
Let us
Great
know
time
out there. How
savers.
are y'all feeling about what you're seeing right now? I know for many this may be new, but again, these are Chromebook Plus um, features. Those AI features, pretty cool, pretty awesome. All right, I think that pretty much sold the show. We could end right now, and people will be happy,
And
maybe. But we're not done yet, y'all. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. I've seen other ways people use Google Lens too. I don't know if you have it on your phone, but like trying to find like, hey, where did that person buy that pair of pants? So
oh
using
yeah,
Lens to find like, okay, that where they got it from, so and so, or this place. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Love it. Different ways of using. We talked about text capture. All right, so thank you, Lori, for the generative AI features. We're going to move on to Chromebook accessibility features. Now, these features are not just on Chromebook Pluses, they're also on the standard Chromebooks as well. But mission for Google is to make sure all their products are accessible to all, to everyone, to anyone. So let's look to see how our Chromebook supports that mission. All right, so we've got a treasure trove of accessibility tools here in our status tray here. If I click on that, I have a button that says accessibility, an accessibility menu. If you don't see that, don't worry. We just have to turn that on, and it can be found in our settings. In our settings, if we go under accessibility, we can turn that on by clicking this switch right here. So let's just do like a little brief tour and see what you have access to under the accessibility quick accessibility menu. So clicking on that, we've got Chromevox, which is a very robust screen reader built into your Chromebook. Select to speak, dictation. So if you want to, you can use your microphone and it's going to transcribe what you say onto a document. Face control, one of the coolest tools we'll demonstrate in just a second. Not now, but in just a second. Color correction, color inversion for those who have visual impairments or color blindness. Okay. Full screen magnifier. Ooh. Automatic clicks, on-screen keyboard, switch access, live caption. If you need captions on the fly, it's going to take any type of audio. There, I've turned it on. Okay. If it's a video or if it's a podcast, it's going to put the captions there on the screen. A large mouse cursor. Okay. Direct the attention. Know exactly what the mouse is, or even if you're screencasting, great to turn on so your students know exactly where to look. Okay, turning that off. Mono audio, highlight text keyword, highlight mouse cursor. Okay. Sticky keys. There's so many in that quick access menu, but that's just the icing of the cake. There's more. That's just the tip of the iceberg because there are more accessibility features that you have access to. So if I go to settings, and I'm going to talk about the notable ones, some that are the ones that are newer, recently released. Under accessibility, for example, if I go to audio and captions, I have a feature called flash notifications. So if, for example, for those who can't hear, like they have auditory impairments, we can enable flash notifications. And whenever we receive a notification in our Chromebook, it's going to flash a certain color that we can set. So that's flash notifications. We also have, but wait, there's more. Keyboard and text input. We have the ability to slow keys or bounce keys. So those with dexterity issues or they have tremors, a slow key allows me to, or the user to hold down on the button for it to register. So I can change the timing of that. Or for those who have tremors, if they're accidentally pressing the same key over and over again, bounce keys with that turned on ignores quickly repeated process of the same keyboard key. Okay, so those are recently released within the year or so features, accessibility features. But there's one feature, and Maddie in the back is going to help me out here by revealing my screen. Okay, we've got demonstration. So there's another computer. Just in case you're wondering how our setup is, I have one computer here for StreamYard. I have another computer here running the Chromebook. So again, running. It's really testing my Wi-Fi right now, but we're doing okay. So we're going to use a feature called face control. Now, face control can be found here in accessibility, but it can also be found in our accessibility quick menu, but it can also be found here in accessibility. So that's, I believe, under cursor and touchpad. There it is. Now, face control was a project that was created by Google back in 2023 called Project Game Face, and it was their way of making so people with dexterity or certain disabilities to be able to play games without using their hands or their arms. Okay, so they developed this technology where we can control what is on the screen just by our face. So if you attended last April our accessibility webinar, I showcased this, but I feel like we got to showcase it again. It's such a wonderful tool, wonderful feature. So I'm going to turn this on, face control. I'm going to turn it on. Actually, let's do it here, just so you can see it from here. Face control turned on, and it brings me to this screen. But I am going to, my hands are up in the air, and I can control what is on my screen just by moving my face here. It's actually tracing my eyes. So if I go here to the X, and I can expand it by me smiling. There you go. I'm able to close the screen. So I can control. I can even set those. Like if I wink with my left eye, it's a left click. If I wink with my right eye, it's a right click. So you can change those settings on your own. But think of the possibilities here, making their tools accessible to those with certain disabilities. Okay, so it takes some practice. And notice it took me a while to hit that X, but let's try to do the whole presentation with face control. Okay, I won't do that. It'll take us a bit, but it does take some practice. But it's very intuitive, works very well. So that's facial expression and head movement controls. You can learn more about it by clicking that link right there. Reading mode. It's always great to mention reading mode, and I'm going to use the same article that we used as a demo earlier, and I have reading mode pinned here on my browser. Now, the reading mode experience on a Chromebook, it's different than the reading mode experience on the Chrome browser. If you don't have reading mode, you don't see it. It's under tools. So if we go to more tools, we can actually see reading mode and pin it to our menu here. But let me just show you what it does rather quickly. If I click on reading mode, it's going to extract the text from this website. Okay, so we are now limited, no distractions. The pictures are no longer there, but we can do a lot with this text. So it's easy to read. So text for readability. I can change the size of the text. I can change the font, and one of our favorite fonts is Lex and Deca. Very great font for readability. I think it was specifically designed for those with dyslexia. Great font, a sans serif font. We can change the color of the background. We can change the spacing. But what's powerful with the Chromebook, again, not just Chromebook Plus, but any Chromebook, we have the read aloud feature. So I can hit play here, and it will be read aloud.
Encyclopedic entry. Food web. A food web can
not just any type of voice, it's a natural sounding voice. So it's easy for us to understand and comprehend what they're saying. And we can also adjust and choose and select different voices within that menu. Okay, reading mode's always a great feature to talk about. Anytime I have an opportunity to talk about it, I love to talk about it because it's right there built in your browser. Now, the read aloud feature, you may not see it in the Chrome browser, but you will see it, Chrome browser using a different device like a PC or a Mac. But if you're using your Chromebook, you'll see that read aloud feature there. All right. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. We got about 6 minutes left to talk about content creation with Chromebooks. Lori, tell us about screencasts.
Well, we've demoed screencasts before on these webinars, and hopefully people love it. But one of the features that is my favorite is the fact that as you are recording, it is recording your audio and it's creating a transcript for you within Screencast. And what's great is that that is how you edit the video. I know Daryl and I edit videos, and sometimes when you're looking for that precise moment to make that cut, you're looking at those audio levels. And now all you've got to look for are words. So you can easily go in and find where you need to cut items out just by selecting the text.
Sorry about that.
And deleting it. No, you're good. I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Just selecting that text on that transcript, and you cut it out. You just trim it on out, and you can get rid of that from the actual video. So Daryl and I both had, Daryl said that he would clap in videos
Mm-hmm.
when he would make mistakes. I would usually do a long pause. So it would have a long pause in that audio track. But if you are somebody that you're recording these screencasts and you don't want to stop and start over multiple times when you make a mistake, since you don't have that audio cue anymore, I would say think of a word that you're probably not talking about in that video, and that's
Mm-hmm.
the word that you would look for. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe that word is
Nana
banana.
banana.
Like, yeah,
Nana banana.
we're big fans of Nano
We
Banana.
are
We've been
big fan.
talking about it all
It's
week, so I think
always in
that's
our
why we both had
heads.
it on our
Yes.
brains. Yes, yes.
That's the magic
So
word.
then you just have to control F and look for banana to go find out where you got to cut that
Cut
video.
that video. It's a great hacks
Yeah.
for those who edit
Mhm.
videos. But yeah, like I said, it's such a unique way of editing videos, and I love talking about that as a video creator. It's great. So kudos
Yes.
to
And to reiterate, this screencast that we're looking at now, that's built into all Chromebooks.
correct.
A lot of the tools we've been showing today are in both. Some of the main ones that are in the Chromebook Plus are a lot of those Google AI tools we talked about, and it's not a subscription, it's built into the device.
Correct.
So these are all not part of any kind of extra subscription that you need.
Correct. Good. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Reiterate it. Okay. Cool. The next tool, however, is a tool that is, and I teased it earlier, it's my daughter and my favorite tool right now. And we're going to make it a tradition to create podcasts, quick podcasts every day using a tool built in the Chromebook Plus called the Recorder app. Now, if you have a Pixel phone, you may have this app, but it's also available on the Chromebook Plus, and it looks like this icon right here. So I'm going to click on it. You can also find it here in the app launcher. There it is, Recorder. And what I did is I just place it here in my shelf. So I'm going to click on that, and this is the Recorder app. We've got a bunch of different audio podcasts that my daughter and I created, and you can tell off the bat right here, there are these different colors because it's able to use the power of AI to extract speaker 1 and speaker 2. So if I click on one of these recordings that we did yesterday, so here's a quick one that my daughter, we first talked about Bluey, then we talked about her favorite animal, the unicorn. Then she wanted to talk a little bit more of a more touchy subject. She became a little bit more vulnerable in the process. Like, hey, can we talk about our puppy who passed away about a month ago? So this is a great way for her to kind of process her feelings. So I'll let you listen to a little bit of it.
Okay, we're back. We're back because our dog passed away, so we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, this is a sad episode, but it's okay. It's okay to talk about these things because it's the way of life. So, we're going to talk about what was our dog's name?
Khaleesi, and we miss her just as much.
Can you?
Like,
Okay, I'll spare you the moment. Who knows? This might go on on the airwaves, but notice it creates a transcript for you similar to that of screencast, and it breaks it down speaker 1, speaker 2, but it's using the generative AI features because, for example, I don't have a title here, but I can extract the title using generative AI. It's going to give me a title that resembles what we're talking about here. So I wonder what we get. Okay, Dog's Journey to the
Aw.
Rainbow Bridge. I'm going to start crying. We can also do a quick summary of what we talked about. Okay, so this is a great way of curating your podcast and creating. Oh, it won't do this one, but sometimes it has its hiccups, but it did it before. We'll give it a go later on, but for the sake of time, I won't pressure it. But there's a summary. So I have all of these podcasts we've curated, and Laura had mentioned earlier being able to work on fluency, work on pacing and clarity, and with our students using this tool. So built in the Chromebook Plus, very powerful tool. So if you have it, give it a go, give it a try. User interface is very simple to record, to create transcripts, and to create summaries. And using all those AI features is just the icing on the cake. All right, it's 12:29, and we did hit the end of our presentation. And there are some upcoming sessions coming up. October 21st, Detective's Guide to Logs and Reports in the Admin Console. And then October 22nd, we'll be back talking about Gemini and looking at those different features that you saw earlier in that PDF. We love your feedback. How can we better our craft and presenting this information. So scan the QR code, type in the link. We would love to hear what you have to say. It was a jam-packed 30 minutes. Lori, it's always a pleasure
Was.
presenting with you. Thank you for sharing those
Same.
generative AI features. And I hope that you all got something out of today's session. We'll see you again next time.